Students, we are going to solve two more problems on the topic torsion of shafts. The third problem definition as shown in this particular sheet will be read as like this. A composite shaft as shown consisting of aluminium and steel section having a diameter of 50 mm and 25 mm respectively. The ends of the shaft are fixed. Find the maximum stress in aluminium and steel shafts. Given rigidity modulus for steel is 84 GPa and rigidity modulus for aluminium is 28 GPa. The sketch of the structural member is as shown. Students, you have to take utmost care in avoiding the misunderstanding of the sketch from the solution point of view. What I try to communicate through my sentence is, when you have a first look over the diagram, it will give an information that there are only two steps. In turn, there are only two elements and subsequently only three nodes, which is completely wrong. As I have told in previous classes about solving of analysis of beam problems, this sentence must be very much and very clearly remembered by you when you solve the problems which are having this kind of ambiguity. The sentence to be remembered by you students is, wherever there is an application of a load, there should be one node created. Sentence will be repeated. One node has to be created at the location where there is an application of a load. As per this sentence, at a distance of 200 mm from the left end, in the first step or in the first element, an anti-clockwise torque of 200 Newton meter is acting. Thus, at a distance of 200 mm, you students has to create a node. This implies that in total in this particular structural member there are four nodes. One at the left end, one at a distance of 200 mm, the third one is at a distance of 300 mm and the fourth one at the right end or at a distance of 600 mm from the left end. Having clarity over these groups of informations which I have just now told, we will proceed ourselves to solve this particular problem. The solution of the problem will be started by writing FER. The FER for this particular problem will be written as shown at the bottom portion of this particular sheet. There will be four nodes 1, 2, 3 and 4. Nodes 1 and 2 are joined together to get element E1. Nodes 2 and 3 are joined together to get element E2. Nodes 3 and 4 are joined together to get element E3. At each of the nodes 1, 2, 3 and 4, torques T1, T2, T3 and T4 are respectively applied that results in the formation of angular displacements theta 1, theta 2, theta 3 and theta 4 respectively. After writing down FER, now we will calculate the value of polar moment of inertia J for each of the elements. For the first element, which is a portion of the first step of the composite bar structural member made up of aluminium, thus the diameter is uniform for both the elements of the first step. Sentence will be repeated. Diameter remains same for both the elements of the first step made up of aluminium material. This means J1 is equal to J2 is equal to pi d1 to the power 4 by 32. Here d1 is common for both the first element and second element of the first step made up of the aluminum of this composite step shaft structural member. So aluminum section material is having a diameter of 50 mm as per the problem definition. Thus pi into 50 mm is converted into meter, 0.05 whole to the power 4 by 32. When you simplify, you are going to get an answer for J1 and J2 as 6.136 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meter to the power 4. Similarly, J3 is corresponding to element 3, which in turn the second step made up of steel material in the composite step shaft structural member as shown in the schematic representation. Thus, J3 equals pi d to the power 4 by 32 pi into 25 mm when converted into meter, 0.025 whole to the power 4 by 32. So when you simplify this, you are going to get an answer for J3 as 3.835 into 10 to the power of minus 8 meter to the power 4. Substituting these values of J1, J2, J3 along with the Young's modulus, rigidity modulus values of steel and aluminum relevantly, we are going to calculate the answers for individual element stiffness matrices K1, K2 and K3. This has been shown in the next video.